Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to the webinar hosted by Tiger today. So I am the a few people, yeah, they need to be okay. My name is Fiona Yue. I am the managing director of Merino Co. So in today's session, we are going to share with you the story of Merino Co. as well as its global expansion. So I will go through the details of the company, and then we'll leave some time towards the end for questions. So let's have a look at the major company and investment highlights. The reason that we start our session with this is that currently Merino Co. is doing an IPO, and the offer is open right now. So just briefly, the company is looking at raising between 6 and 7.5 mil, with the offer currently being open to the 11th of October. So for this offer, we will be looking at issuing 30 million shares at the minimum subscription, and 37 mil and 500,000 under maximum subscription. So the issue price is 20 cents per share, and our proposed ASX ticker code is ASXMNC. So the company is looking at global expansion from a few areas, which we will go into further details once we unfold the story of Merino Co. A brief introduction of our company. So Merino Co. Is a premium knitwear manufacturer based in Western Australia. We specialize in manufacturing merino as well as merino blend fiber. Our main outlets have traditionally been in the duty-free shops, airports, as well as boutique shops. So currently we have over 600 points of sale across Australia. And we have a manufacturing facility. We actually have two manufacturing facilities based in Western Australia with the most advanced whole garment machines. The company was established a bit over a decade ago in 2013 and is a branded lifestyle clothing and accessories company. Our market has been both domestic as well as international. So Merino Co. is a licensee of the Australian made. So our products proudly carry the Australian made logo. And we also have a partnership with the Australian Wool Network, who is also our substantial shareholder for their DNA licensing, which is a direct network advantage. So essentially, it links our products to the wool growers who supply the wool to make our products. So Merino Co. has a few established iconic brands. One of the famous one that's within the domestic market has been Merino Snug. So Merino Snug is renowned for its merino and possum blend. Currently, Merino Snug is sold in almost all airports. And then we have a few other brands, one of them being Only Merino. And then we have a heritage brand called High Sport. This brand has got a history of over 50 years. So essentially, Merino Co., as where we stand now, is the hard work and the result of over 3 generations of entrepreneurs from the merino wool farming background that has, got a passion in this sector, and that's the result of the formation and also the future growth of Merino Co. Now let's take a moment to have a look at the market and investment opportunity here. So as some of you may already know that Australia is the largest producer globally of merino wool. We produce over 80% of the global merino. And yet, the other hand, you probably have noticed that there are not many people making a garment out of merino wool in Australia, which was essentially why I was so surprised when I migrated to Australia and noticed that there's such a huge niche in the market. So we decided to take advantage of that opportunity. So Australia is the only a significant exporter of super fine grades of wool, estimated to account for over 60% of the global wool trade by value. So what's important is that although in Australia, the total apparel retail market was estimated to be 27 billion at retail price in 2023, and forecast to increase to 27.4 billion in 2025. Only a small portion of that market segment had been the merino apparel supply. So that again shows the great potential of the merino wool apparel in this market as well as international markets. So in 2023, the global merino apparel retail market was estimated to be $730 million, which has been continuing grown from 610 mil from 2018. And it's forecasted to reach 780 million in 2025. So that in itself, it really shows a growing trend in the demand of the merino wool apparel. Simply because, of course, the irreplaceable attributes that only merino wool has, which our country has abundant supply. So a few of the growth strategies here post-IPO is that, in summarize, we will be growing the business, of course, from both online and offline channels. We are all aware that whilst the world becomes more digitalized, more and more consumers prefer to buy online. So from a online perspective, we are having our online e-com platform redeveloped at this moment. And as soon as it's finalized, it will be in a good position to take advantage of our existing client database of over 30,000. In the meantime, we will also be we will be also investing further on other e-com platforms such as Amazon in the US, as well as in Australia, and other platforms in China and Japan and Korea, etc., which are traditionally very good markets for our products because of its climate conditions. And of course, we will also maintain our existing offline channels, that is by offering our products through wholesale channels via our agents, both in Australia as well as overseas. And in terms of further international expansion, we are looking at appointing more agents in countries such as the US, the Europe, and Japan, etc. as well. Because we've just mentioned there is an increasing demand for the merino apparel sector, and especially for markets like Europe and Japan, etc. Consumers there are willing to pay a premium to get organically sourced and produced products, and Merino products are perfectly positioned to meet those demands. And then, of course, we're also going to look into new product development to utilize our heritage brand High Spot. So also on top of that, we have had an existing research and development project with the Queensland University of Technology to develop a new fiber, and we've got some initial outcome already. So that's also going to be a focus post-IPO. So here is a brief overview of our sales and revenue model. So as I have mentioned just now, we have multiple, we are essentially an omni-channel brand. We have had our e-com currently being redeveloped though. We had the retail sales, and also we have wholesale sales, both to domestic market as well as to international markets. So as we speak, our revenue has mainly been coming from domestic market as well as the China market. We had a tiny bit in the US and Japan. So for our wholesale market though, it's mainly coming from indent orders, meaning that, clients placing their orders, and then we prepare our stocks based on the orders, and then we deliver in due course. So just to give you some ideas of our recent years of revenue schemes, for 22 financial year, we did a bit over 5 with a normalized EBITDA of a bit over 530,000. In 23 financial year, we made close to 7.5 million with a normalized EBITDA of 1.3 million. So there are further details at the back of this presentation. If you would like to understand, like in further detail, happy to share when we get towards the end. So with our e-com and established digital and social media engagements, we have over 30,000 customer subscriptions. So these are essentially the customers who have bought from us from when we launched our e-com platform since November 2017. And across our social media platforms, we have over 10,000 followers who basically are passionate about supporting our business, and of course who really are a fan of our merino, our premium merino wool products. So as I mentioned just now, our online platform is currently being revamped to integrate new stock and payment management systems, as well as accounting systems and customer tracking functions, etc., to better service our clientele base. So in terms of our manufacturing capacity, Merino Co knitwear is made from either 100% merino or merino with possum, or we also have a selection of merino with alpaca blend as well. So briefly speaking, we only make products of natural fiber. So our products are made from the whole garment machines, as well, as various woven machines as well. So I've mentioned this already, that our manufacturing facility are based in Western Australia. So here are, a brief idea of the types of products that we offer. So we have knitwear. Knitwear has been a popular range within our portfolio, and then we also have scarves, shawls, blankets, etc. So post IPO, we will be also introducing socks and gloves as well, which are traditionally very popular items, especially in the tourist market. Now let's have a look at our, other players to give you an idea of where the growth potential could be and what kind of scale we could potentially grow to. Some of you may have heard of this Icebreaker brand. So Icebreaker is a New Zealand company. It promotes New Zealand-made merino. Just FYI, New Zealand only produces less than 10% of the global merino wool, whereas Australia produces over 80%. All Icebreaker products are made in China, whereas all merino stock products are made in Australia. Yet, Icebreaker got acquired by VF Corporation for approximately $250 million a few years back, and their revenue is sitting at about $250 million as we speak. And there is another brand, which is an Australian brand. It's in the clothing sector as well, apparel sector. They do their main range is underwear. So what they promote is Australian brand, natural fiber, which for them was bamboo, and all their products, again, majority of their products are made in China. Step One is currently listed on ASX. Its market cap is about $330 million and turning over about $85 million in 24 financial year. So this will give you a basic idea of the potential of Merino Co. That being Australian made, Australian designed, using Australian merino wool. I just don't see any reason why we can't grow to a scale that's close to these two players. And another thing to mention is that, for example, Icebreaker, they sell to every other market, but not in China. We, the Merino Co, can sell to also every other market, but we can also sell to China. Step One, similarly, their main market has been Australia and a bit of UK and a little bit of US, whereas Merino Co products are one, of higher value, two, we can supply to almost every market as well, simply because merino, the attributes of merino wool is irreplaceable by any other fiber. So indicative schedule and team. So as I mentioned just now, the offer is currently open. Look at to be closed on the 11th, provided that we get the green light from our legal and our other stakeholders. So currently we're expecting to get quotation on ASX on or before the 1st of November. So our board of directors, I am the managing director of Merino Co. Jack Harahan is our non-executive chairman. So Jack has got extensive experience in the retail sector, has been involved in Westfield, and currently he is the director of 40 Winks. Peter Zhao, sorry, it's a typo here, it should be another non-exec director. So he's also got extensive experience in retail on ASX listed operations, as well as extensive network both here in Australia and in China. And then we have Tim, who's our operational general manager, also got over 20 years of hands-on experience in running cashmere and wool manufacturers. And Alan Thomas is our co-sec and CFO. So let's have a look at the IPO cap structure and key offer details here. So currently we've got 24 million shares existing. We've got 8 convertible notes. So these notes were issued pretty much between 20 and 21-ish, like whilst we got hit by COVID and we had large stock that we have prepared ready for this season, but we couldn't sell because all the shops and airports everywhere was closed. So we had to resort to the convertible notes to turn things around. So under this offer, we will be offering between 30 million to 37,500 shares. And then, of course, all convertible notes will be converted upon listing as well. And then there had been management loans as well. And then there's a few shares to be issued to consultants and lead manager, etc. Now, if we look at the last column here, the EV and revenue multiple here. So currently Merino Co is sitting between 1.46 to 1.48. We've talked about the step 1 just now, which is a ASX listed company. They are sitting, their EV to revenue multiple currently is sitting around 4-ish. So that gives you an idea of our reason, our justification to our valuation is that we really value our company very cheap at this moment, just to get us onto another stage and another the capital platform, essentially to help us to grow really quickly. So the use of funds, a big part of the funds will be used to expand our current manufacturing facility, as I mentioned, to bring in more advanced machineries, as well as expanding our current plant as well. We haven't got enough space to host more machineries, and then we'll be using the funds to, of course, do more marketing and prepare stocks for the growth of our orders. And then, of course, it's to pay off the corporate expenses in relation to IPO as well. We pretty much paid off the majority, but it's just there's some little bit left as well. So here it's a investment summary here. Allow me a few moments to give you a bit background of myself and how I decided to start this Merino Co in the first place. So I came from the Inner Mongolia region of China, where it's renowned for its production of cashmere and wool. So I came from a few generations of farming background. We've been involved in right from farming to raw fiber trading, and then eventually to manufacturing and international trading. So this sector is not only a sector that I have expertise in, it's also something that's very close to my heart. So that's how when I decided to settle in, I saw this niche and I just was determined to create this brand, another cultural icon on the global stage for Australia that's riding on the ship's back. We want to become another cultural icon like some of the big names you probably have heard, like the A2. I'm not sure whether you're aware that A2, 80% of its sales is coming from the China market. it's the reason why it's so popular, of course, is because of its origin. And then you've heard of the Penfolds, again, popular, in the global market. There's, other players like the Blackmores, etc. And Merino Co, with its brand Merino Snug, is determined to get a foothold on the global stage for Australia as well, simply because of its abundant supply, its green origin, as well as our practice of Australian made with fair trade policies and stringent quality standards, etc., etc. Okay. That's pretty much the main part of my presentation. And if you've got, we've also got other further details. If you've got questions, feel free to unmute yourself, and happy to share further with you. Thank you.